For 50 years, the Kips Bay Decorator Show House has designed what's next in design. To celebrate its golden anniversary, more than 20 visionary designers reimagined a Greenwich Village townhouse in just 8 weeks, transforming 9,000 square feet and 6 stories into a living work of art. Scenic wallpapers unfold like murals. Chandeliers and sconces cast light like jewelry, and every doorway reveals another world. A Parisian-inspired dressing room, a moody speakeasy, a dining room adorned with dazzling scenic wallpaper. This isn't just a show house, it's 50 years of imagination, craftsmanship, and purpose, all under one extraordinary roof. So come with us as Homeworthy gives you an exclusive look inside the show house's gorgeous rooms. To watch the full episode ad-free, scan the QR code or click join below. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, I'm Andrea Monath Schumacher. I'm with Andrea Schumacher Interiors. I'm here at the 50th anniversary of Kips Bay Show House, and I'm going to show you everything about my room. I'm usually typically really client-centric, so all my houses are very different. They're always about the client, and this room, I made it about me and my story. So I basically started with a piece of art that my grandmother did. She was an artist of 50 years. I have 50 years spanning of her work. I scanned a piece of her art, which is this gully mask, and I patterned it, and now it's going to be featured with the veil, which is under Clarence House and distributed by Fabricut, coming out this spring, and debuted at Deco Off in Paris this January. So I started out with that. Then I started to look through all the vendors, and I found this beautiful piece of stone called Cherry Blossom, which is from Artistic Tile, and I loved it also had the dark blacks that I was pulling from the wall covering, but the pink was sort of the yin yang, so I went with black and pink sort of as my yin yang vibe here, and that's my colorway. And then just to do a little play on, so the gully mask she came to Africa when I lived in Nigeria as a little girl. My dad was a virologist. There was an outbreak. We were living there for 3 years. She came to visit. She did this art piece. I've had it forever, patterned it. And so a little play on just that whole thing is this hilarious rhinoceros dry bar from Slavin, New York, which is amazing. And then we just pulled everything from those two things. I started to add layers of my grandmother's art. Every art piece you see here is hers, except for 2 pieces from a beautiful artist, Michael DeFeo here in New York. And these chairs are made goods. I love the fabric. It, to me, is sort of like a Chanel jacket that you wrap on when you have a seat. And so we just started layering with some, beautiful old Ushak rugs. And I made these little nooks. These were originally the closets in the bedroom. This was a bedroom. And we turned them into little reading nooks that sort of have a Moroccan motif, if you will. So I try every year to go to Marrakesh and shop for rugs and stock up for my clients. I love Morocco so much. And so I thought I'd do it when I found these closets and it just had regular closet doors on it. I was like, let's build it out into these Moroccan reading nooks. So we created bookshelves and a little seating area with a beautiful old Suzani textile we found. And this is, again, another colorway of my grandmother's wall covering that I'm creating with the veil. And all the art you see here is my grandmother's from the 30s to when she passed in 1986 when I was 16 years old. Again, I have so much of her work. I wanted it to be like my storytelling. We just wanted to make it super cozy. We're calling it a speakeasy. We jokingly are now calling it the Pink Rhino Club as a joke. Just, a place to sit down, relax. We didn't want this room to feel too untouchable. We wanted it to draw people in and have a place to come sit and have a drink and relax. So these 2 pieces are from a beautiful artist. I'm carried at Wexler Gallery in the New York Design Center, and it's a one-of-a-kind piece, hand-blown glass and clay, and it was the perfect fit for this room. So when you leave the speakeasy, you transform yourself into the powder bath, and I use this beautiful Philip Jeffries wall covering that has sort of a metallic background, and it really picks up the pinks. And this wall carving from Philip Jeffries is brand new and has a little sparkle to it too. This light fixture is from Okra, which I love. And then you end up in this sort of the yin and the yang vibe. This is lighter, and going lighter bathroom goes to the moody speakeasy room. And in here we use all artistic tile. I love a fifth wall moment. This is a new collection of theirs. And the flooring is brand new, called Motor City Circle. And we went with it. We went with this fun retro. Kohler's coming back with their colorful sinks and toilets. So they have green, they have pink. So we picked the Kohler pink sink. Don't you remember those from the 50s that everyone was trying to get rid of? Now they're back. So yeah, this is, again, this was actually a bathtub that we covered up and made it look like a dresser. It's sort of in some ways a set design, if you will, for this show house. So it's such an honor to be part of Kips Bay, and just knowing that all the money that is raised here goes back to them and the kids. And it's funny just thinking about when design was sort of a light bulb moment when I was a kid. My mom told me that I used to just always change my room around. I would move my furniture around. I remember taking everything out of my closet and putting my bed in the closet, and actually sort of like this, but not as pretty. But as a teenager, I did that too. I was always moving things around and wanting new bedding, and so I think I've always had it in there, somewhere in there.
Thanks for joining us inside the 2025 Kips Bay Decorator Show House. Stay tuned for more unforgettable spaces on Homeworthy. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.